Good afternoon, everyone. I do apologize for the bit of a late start. I am Corda McClure, and I'm going to be Minister was early, and lots of our guests were early. We were awaiting some of the performers who are here now. So I am Corda McClure, and I'm going to be your Master of Ceremonies for this afternoon. And I want to welcome you to the launch of Guyexpo 2025. And I want you to do, in fact, keep those applause going throughout the program. It's going to be a very light but entertaining afternoon and informative as well. Let me first recognize, some people say newly minted, but she's already hit the ground running. Our Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, the Honorable Susan Rodriguez. Could you put your hands together? We also have a permanent secretary who will be co-chairing the planning team for Guyexpo 2025, and you will help me welcome P.S. Roger Rodriguez. I also want to welcome the members of the Diplomatic Corps. We have the reps of the GMSA, Private Sector Commission, GCCI. We also have with us Mr. Mitra Ramkumar, who is the president of the Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana. Could you help me welcome him? He's right here. We have with us this afternoon as well the director of the Guyana Tourism Authority, Mr. Cameron Bash. Could you put your hands together for him? And importantly, we want to recognize corporate Guyana. I see a good representation of the corporate Guyana. That means that, Minister, we're in good hands in terms of sponsorship for Guyexpo, sponsorship and participation, sponsorship for 2025. We also have several heads of agencies for the Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Commerce here. You see some dear friends in terms of partners of the ministry, and I think it augurs well for Guyexpo 2025. Let me also recognize all the special invitees, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to Guyexpo 2025. The launch of Guyexpo 2025. Now, this year's Expo holds a very special significance as we proudly celebrate 30 years of Guyexpo, and I think that's indeed a point for recognition. This means 3 decades of showcasing Guyana's business excellence and innovation. What began as a pioneering initiative a long time ago has grown into a national tradition, a platform that has propelled businesses forward, inspired entrepreneurship, and reflected the fascinating trajectory of our economy. What stands out for us as Guyexpo is that over the years, many companies have used this as a stage, as a platform, a launching pad, transforming from small ventures into household names. Tonight's launch, or this evening's launch, is designed to share with you the key details of this milestone event. You will hear the official dates for Guyexpo, the theme, and the exciting new features for Guyexpo 2025 that will define Guyexpo 2025. So we thank you all for joining us on this journey of celebration and anticipation as we set the stage for what promises to be the most impactful Guyexpo yet. And you can put your hands, because it's going to be, put your hands together, a great, great Guyexpo. Now, you will hear, if you've been participating in Guyexpo, you will know that Guyexpo is not just about an exhibition. It also fuses culture, it showcases our cultural identity, And to begin today, I believe it's quite fitting that we have to start out our program today, a dance by the National Dance Company, and they will be doing a song titled Welcome to My Home. Put your hands together for the National Dance Company. Well, I think you can do better than that for the National Dance Company. Welcome to my home. And I can assure you, if you are there for Guyexpo, and I want to think that you all will be there, you will see lots more of that and experience lots more of our culture. Now, the private sector has always played a pivotal role in the success of Guyexpo. Over the years, the event has cultivated strong and strategic partnerships with key organizations such as GMSA, GCCI, PSC, SAG, and others. This strong partnership is reflected in the fact that even though your programs indicate that Kathy Smith will be your next speaker, the fact that she's delayed in a meeting, and we can call on another partner indicates the strength of this collaboration and this partnership that the Guyexpo team and the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce has with our partners. So in our absence, we will ask another representative, Mr. Mitra Ramkumar, who is the president of the Tourism, Hospitality and Association of Guyana, to share some key insights in terms of this enduring partnership with Guyexpo. Could you help me welcome Mr. Mitra Ramkumar?
Thank you very much for that. Honorable Minister Susan Rodriguez, I'm happy to see the amount of private sector representatives and captains of industry and captains of businesses here, including airlines. So we speak about partnership and an expo and what it means for a country. So in tourism, a big chunk of any tourism industry in any destination is the business travel. And so expos and exhibitions and a business forum like this is what attracts those business travelers to see. And I want to say it as well for local businesses here. A lot of times, and I can speak for my personal experience as well, that when you come to events such as Guyexpo, you're able to see Guyanese businesses producing high quality stuff that sometimes you import, you didn't even know that you produce these items right here at home. And so it creates that network, and you're able to see, and people are able to exhibit what they produce and what they can do to show Guyanese spirit here. So tourism plays a great role in an event such as these. I see we have the majestic Hydro Falls at the top, the Harvey Eagle and the Craft. So, as Cordell mentioned, culture is also a big theme in Guyexpo, and culture is also a big seller or a big pull for tourism. I want to say as well, Honorable Minister, that governments, we often say to speak to governments, to creating the enabling environment. I believe our government has created the enabling environment, and we are capitalizing on that. But I also want our government, and we will join as well, to go forward to incentivize businesses. And I believe the government and the agencies are doing that. As a matter of fact, last week, we would have had one of the local businesses proper wine and teas out of Boston would have been certified by the GNBS. I see the CEO here. And so these are all businesses, and these businesses would have been supported by the GNBS to achieve the standard and get into the market. And when they get into the market now, they actually get into the tourism market as well, because once they get to that standard, then we are able to sell their products. And when people travel to a destination, travel to a country, they want to taste what the country produces. They want to take a piece of what we produce in terms of craft, and they also want to taste our culture. So Guyanese business, this is your platform, and I encourage you to showcase. And I'm sure, I know that the government will continue to incentivize, especially local businesses. I see Kathy is here, so thank you, and we look forward for success. Guyexpo.
Thank you very much, Mitra. I know that Patty Smith has arrived. Oh, she's here. Thank you. All right, so she's here. I know that she prepared her remarks, and I would want us to accommodate her. So I would invite her, Patty Smith. She's the president of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to share her remarks and to speak of this ongoing partnership with Guyexpo. Put your hands together for her.
Good afternoon, everyone. Correct, thank you so much. I was hoping to make a smooth transition to the podium, but then the program fell. My apologies for being late. Minister, I am proud of this country because where I was 6 or 7 years ago, I couldn't get to the convention center under the time that I did, and I will not say what time because I'm opening police offices there. So it speaks to the work of the government of Guyana, not just as we're celebrating the launch of Guyexpo, but also what they're doing from the infrastructure side. So I'm happy to be here. I said to myself, I cannot in no way disappoint the minister, but I had to disappoint our boss. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for accommodating me. Honorable Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Honorable Susan Rodriguez. And if there's any minister within the government here, good afternoon to you all. PS, Roger Rogers, good afternoon to you, sir. Mr. Bash, Director of GTA. My colleague, Mitra, good to see you, and thanks for keeping holding down the fort for me. Distinguished guests, I saw the lovely ambassador here from DR and Ladies Hot. If I am missing anyone, just welcome this afternoon. It's truly an honor to be here at the launch of what has become a hallmark event for the private sector. Guyexpo has always been more than an exhibition. It is a platform for businesses to showcase their products and services. It is a space to connect, to network, and to build new supply chain and partnership. This year's theme, Transformation Through Entrepreneurship and Innovation, is both timely and important because these two elements, entrepreneurship and innovation, are at the heart of Guyana's transformation story. For years, we have spoken about the need for diversification. But today, I can say with confidence, this administration has not only spoken about it, they have acted. As Minister Rodriguez, in her previous post, would have said in her remarks at the opening of the 2024 Building Expo, you might want to know the connection there. She said, we are not the do-nothing type. We believe in results. We are builders, and we are building a Guyana that is so rich with opportunities that every little Guyanese boy or girl on the coast or on the hinterland, from a rich family or a poor family, no matter the color of your skin or the texture of your hair, can dream their biggest dream and know that it can become a reality. And I think Guyexpo speaks to that. Because if you look at the people that gets the opportunity at Guyexpo, they are the micro, the small, and the medium enterprises that sometimes are forgotten. So I'm happy that Guyexpo is back in its full color again this year to support the work and the contribution of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. We see the result in agriculture, we see it in aquaculture, in small business development, and in the many capacity building opportunities being created for new and existing businesses. All of this is happening even as Guyana's oil and gas industry continue to boom. That balance between oil and gas and the rest of the economy is critical, and I commend the government for its unwavering focus in this regard. Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurship and innovation always go hand in hand. Every successful business story begins with someone identifying a need, a gap, and creating an innovative way to meet it. When I started my business in 2019, I introduced something called waterproofing. Concrete waterproofing, structural concrete waterproofing. Everyday persons would ask me, are you waterproofing cloth? Are you waterproofing hair? What is this waterproofing thing? And I had to continue to share and share and share until I get to the place I am known now in the industry as the concrete lady, which I welcome, by the way. Today, Guyana's business landscape is shifting. The petroleum industry has raised the bar. Businesses are innovating not only to meet growing demand, but to satisfy new requirements and compliance standards. This is transformation in action, and it is happening within our private sector. At the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we too are playing our part. Earlier this year, we announced the creation of the Micro and Women Entrepreneur Learning Center. This facility, developed in partnership with the World University Service of Canada, are supported by Global Affairs Canada, will soon be commissioned. Through it, the Chamber will help entrepreneurs across sector to build capacity, gain knowledge, and sharpen their skill. So the people that we are targeting at this center are the women in agro-processing. Guyanese women know how to plant, we know how to reap, we know how to sell. But then there's a lot of surplus from our product that has to go to waste. So what this center would initially solve is to show these women how you can put those produce in a bottle, in a package, and how you can put it on a ship or a plane to the US, to Canada, to DR, wherever can accommodate us. So we want our women, particularly in agro-processing, to move beyond. And that is how we at the Chamber focusing also on the small, on the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. Before I conclude, I want to encourage participating businesses to fully utilize this opportunity. Guyexpo is not just about selling a few products. It is about marketing your products and service and expanding your customer base. It is about selling your business. So I want to leave this to those entrepreneurs who might be in the office. Exhibitors, I want you to ace Guyexpo. And when I say ace, I mean ACE. This is what I mean. A, I want you to attract. Capture attention with creative display, samples, and engaging demonstration. When persons come to your booth, they must be able to see not just you well dressed, but they should be impressed by what you're displaying. I want you to see. See means to connect, network with other businesses, government agency, and customer to build lasting partnership. I remember recently right here, we had the National Small Business Week. And we had an opening session where we had panel discussion on all of these things. And the entrepreneurs were more concerned about laying out the tablecloth, putting the bouquet, and dressing themselves, rather than come to the session to listen to what people who would have done it and done it well can encourage them to do. So I don't want you to just come here as a dress up, whether it's you or your table. Dress the business up, connect with people, connect with innovators, partner. Guyanese are going, the president just mentioned this just now, we are going all over to look for partnership. And we are afraid to get into consortiums and joint venture right here in Guyana. But investors, foreign investors are coming and they're finding our local businesses and we are complaining. And the last, E, expand. Use the expo to gather insight, test new ideas, and explore opportunity to grow your reach. I wish to extend my gratitude to the minister and our ministry and our team who have been working very aggressively behind the scene. If you are confused as who is the minister of Mintic, you are under a rock, right? She would have started on 2 foot, according to the country people. So Minister and team, I wish you all the best. And I'm so happy to be a Guyanese, to be taking part in all the growth and development of our country. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kathy Smith, and I'm happy that we didn't allow you to share your remarks. They were very, very insightful, and we look forward to the continued partnership with the GCCI as we would GMSA and all the other private sector bodies. Now, earlier this year, a young lady took the stage by storm, and she captured the Guyana Soca Monarch crown with her song, Welcome to My Home. Today, we will hear from her in person, live and in person. Could you put your hands together for Diana Chapman? She is the Soca Monarch 2025.
Good evening, everyone. If you love Guyana, somebody say Guyana to the world.
To the world.
No, man. Let me hear you say Guyana to the world.
To the world.
Well, all right. Run it. Right now to the sea, in every corner of the paradise never see. There was almost sweet to send me. Everyone needing some problem. Never feel the sound of the street. You never know about. We will go right everything you need. From the river right down to the trees. It's a beauty that you could not be. Let me shout out, welcome to my home. My home. Welcome to my home. Home. My home. Welcome to my home, home, my home. Welcome to my home, home, my home. You know when the Christmas country, we like the party, when they come to country. You know when the Christmas country, we like the party, when they come to country. I call my home, people faces, different places. We are one, it's ready for what's wrong. We stand for one, that's what I'm doing. Everybody needs to come on, it's a beautiful sound of the street. You know, we don't like everything with it. From the river right down to the trees. It's a beauty that you can't see. Let me shout out, welcome to my home. My home. Sing it like this to me. My home. Welcome to my home, home, my home. Yeah. Welcome to my home, home, my home. You know we in this country. We need like the coffee. We need I'm not stopping. You know we in this country. We need like the coffee. We need I'm not stopping. You will almost keep the family. Everybody needs some family. You will keep the wisdom of the street. You will know about. We never know like everything you need. From the river right down to the trees. It's a beauty that you cannot miss. Let me shout out, welcome to my home. My home. Welcome to my home. My home. Welcome to my home. Home. My home. Welcome to my home. Home. My home. You know we in this country. We like my body. We cannot stop it. You know we in this country. We like my body. We cannot stop it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Diana Chapman. And that's just a small preview, just a glimpse of what you can expect at Guyexpo 2025. There is so much more waiting, so be sure to be there. Now, our next speaker, it's one thing when a new leader comes on board, but it's something else when that leader comes on board with lots of experience, because you can't bluff her. And so our minister is here. This is her first Guyexpo, but it's not her first expo, as you will be aware. She's very experienced and very competent. And even when I was coming here, I just reminded that she's a woman who is accustomed to meeting and exceeding targets. So Guyexpo, we can be assured, will not be just the Guyexpo of the past. We can expect great things because she's experienced and she's passionate and energetic. So could you stand and let's help me welcome our Minister of Tourism, Ministry and Commerce, the Honorable Susan Raju.
Thank you. Please take your seats. I appreciate all the kind words here today, and of course, the warm welcome, the warm and loving welcome I received at the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, also known as MINTIC. President of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Kathy Smith, who's also serving as the Vice President of the Private Sector Commission, a woman of many talents, and we would say well worth the wait this afternoon. Do you endorse? So welcome, Kathy. Thank you for breaking all the traffic laws and speeding limits to get here. I hope my boss wasn't too upset that you had to prematurely leave his meeting, but we are a government that is always working. And so many times we have to avail ourselves for the demands of the job. Permanent Secretary, Mr. Roger Rogers, members of the Diplomatic Corps. Of course, we have Mr. Mitra Ramkumar, the President of FAG, the Director of the Tourism Authority, Mr. Kamrul Baksh. I see some of the heads of my agencies here. Thank you very much, Trevor Basu from National Bureau of Standards and Consumer Affairs, all the staff of the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, representatives of the GMSA, other representatives from the private sector, corporate sponsors, and other members of corporate Guyana, special invitees, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this evening for the official launch of Guyexpo 2025. Although I am no stranger to expos, as Cordell said, this is in fact my 5th expo. I don't know where the time went, but four building expos and now Guyexpo. I feel like I'm competing against myself. This moment is particularly meaningful for me as it marks the first time I will have the privilege of providing ministerial oversight for Guyexpo. I embrace this responsibility with a deep sense of humility, fully aware of the phenomenal legacy of leadership that has carried this event over the years. I wish to acknowledge the contribution of my predecessors, the Venerable Michael Sri Chand, I don't know when last you heard that name, under whose tenure the expo was launched. Jeffrey De Silva, Manzoor Nadir, Manoram Prasad, His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali, during his tenure as Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, and more recently, Onesh Walram. Each has played an important role in nurturing this national showcase, and it is upon their solid foundation that we now seek to build. Our vision for Guyexpo 2025 is not simply to sustain the legacy of this distinguished event, but to reimagine and elevate it, ensuring that it remains relevant to the dynamism of our economy while preserving its core identity. The essence of Guyexpo remains unchanged. It is a platform to showcase Guyana's vast economic potential, a meeting place for manufacturers, agro-processors, service providers, consumers, and investors. With this in mind, we are collaborating with the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association to ensure maximum participation and visibility for our micro and small businesses. When you enter the expo, you will be greeted by a captivating centerpiece, a striking representation of a breadbasket. This powerful symbol reflects Guyana's long-standing reputation as the breadbasket of the Caribbean. That title was recently reaffirmed by a study published in Nature Food and reported by BBC Science Focus. The study found that Guyana is the only country among 186 assessed that is fully self-sufficient in food production. Capable of meeting the nutritional requirements across all food groups. This remarkable achievement in food security and sustainability will be a major highlight of the Expo. Guyexpo is a space where innovation, ingenuity, and enterprise converge, and where businesses, large and small, can present their ideas to a national, regional, and global audience. At the same time, Guyexpo continues to be a family-friendly event, an occasion for learning, networking, cultural expression, and entertainment. We saw some of that here this evening already with the phenomenal Diana Chapman National Dance Company. And admittedly, the program is a little bit slanted towards female participation and representation here in the program today, and that is no accident. This year, we are introducing several new features designed to strengthen Guyexpo's impact. Most notably, we are creating a dedicated space for businesses and investors to engage in serious conversations about collaboration and expansion. Guyana today stands at the forefront of opportunity with double-digit growth in the non-oil sector, a clear indicator that our economy is diversifying and broadening its base. However, to fully realize this potential, local businesses must initiate conversations with both local and global partners. Guyexpo 2025 will therefore feature a strong business-to-business networking component, supported by GoInvest, whose expertise in investment facilitation will be pivotal in linking entrepreneurs with investors. Secondly, as Guyexpo celebrates its 30th anniversary in 2025, we will take the opportunity to honor the businesses that have grown alongside the Expo, recognizing their longevity and unwavering support. Thirdly, the physical layout of the Expo will also undergo a transformation. While the traditional elements that Guyanese have come to cherish, such as the vibrant food courts, the children's area, and the tourism village, will remain, these features will be enhanced for greater prominence and impact. In particular, Guyexpo 2025 will highlight the diverse services offered by the Ministry of Tourism, Industry, and Commerce, showcasing our country's immense potential as a leading destination in the region. Additional lighting, signage, and improved directional systems will also be introduced to provide better guidance for patrons, ensuring a smoother and more enjoyable visitor experience. Entertainment will once again play a central role in Guyexpo 2025, with performances that reflect our cultural richness. Our local talented artists will deliver dynamic performances that matches the scale and energy of this great event. It is important to underscore that while Guyexpo is facilitated by the government, its true strength lies in private sector participation. Without our exhibitors, our manufacturers, service providers, agro-processors, and sponsors, there would be no Expo. Tonight, I make a clarion call to all businesses, large and small, to seize this opportunity. Guyexpo is unmatched in terms of exposure. It offers a rare platform to showcase products and services, not only to local consumers, but to international investors and partners. Allow me to thank in advance those companies that have already pledged their support: Banks DIH, eNet and BYD, the Jumbo Jet Group, DDL, and Sunshine Snacks. We are grateful for your commitment and look forward to working closely with you. To others, I extend an invitation. Our Guyexpo Secretariat is fully operational, and our team is ready to engage with you beginning tonight, immediately after this formal ceremony. We are here to discuss sponsorships, exhibition opportunities, and participation, ensuring that your business secures a prominent place at this premier event. Based on the overwhelming feedback we have already received, I can confidently say that Guyexpo 2025 will be one of the largest in recent memory. We anticipate more exhibitors, more sponsors, and record attendance. We are also investing additional effort in ensuring a smooth flow of traffic, enhanced security measures, and easy access to the venue. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to announce that Guyexpo 2025 will be held from November 13th to 16th at the National Exhibition Center under the theme Transformation through Entrepreneurship and Innovation. This theme is both timely and fitting as it reflects Guyana's development trajectory over the past 5 years under the capable leadership of President Irfan Ali. Our nation is undergoing transformation at every level, economically, socially, and infrastructurally. But this transformation will only be sustainable if it is powered by entrepreneurship and innovation. As a government, our role is to create the enabling environment through policies, infrastructure, and incentives. But it is the private sector, our entrepreneurs, and our innovators who must rise to the occasion and propel our economy forward. Equally important, we must continue to build resilience and adaptability into our businesses. The global marketplace is evolving rapidly. Therefore, our manufacturers and service providers must anticipate changes, embrace new technologies, and cultivate the capacity to compete internationally. Before I close, I wish to recognize and sincerely thank our long-standing private sector partners, the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the Guyana Manufacturers and Services Association, and the Private Sector Commission. I see the president here, Jerry. Nice to see you. Your consistent support and input have been critical to the growth and success of Guyexpo, and we look forward to deepening this collaboration. Allow me also to thank the incredible staff of the Arthur Chung Conference Center, National Exhibition Center, the Guyexpo Committee, and all of the staff at Mintic. You have risen to the task. In conclusion, Guyexpo 2025 will not only provide a stage for showcasing local and regional talent, products, and services, but will also serve as a catalyst for building networks, forging partnerships, and shaping the future of Guyana's economy. I urge every Guyanese to come out in full support of this event. Let us celebrate the strides we have made, embrace the opportunities before us, and together create a Guyexpo that truly embodies the spirit of transformation, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing all of you at Guyexpo 2025.
Thank you, Minister Susan Rodriguez. If you weren't already excited about Guyexpo, I'm sure you will be now after hearing those remarks. I just want to point out that Minister was very serious when she said we begin the work of Guyexpo tonight, because immediately after this launch, our team will be available to begin interactions with you. I'm sure that the team has forms available just in case you're ready to sign up. We're ready to do business tonight. And we're going to stay here as late as possible to get the work done. Great. So let's allow you to relax a little bit as we wind down. If you turn your attention to your left, we're going to have a rendition by the Punjaz Steel Orchestra. Dance together. Great. Thank you so much. And if you're at Guyexpo, you will get a bit of pan, steel pan. You'll get some chutney. You'll get some soca. You'll get African dance and a variety of Guyanese culture. So I can assure you, apart from the business and all the interactions, come and also experience Guyanese culture at its best. Now, before I invite my colleague, Alison, to come and share the vote of thanks, I want to just let you know that to your left, you see some cocktail tables there, and we have some, I'm told, a fully stocked bar.